Hi, good morning. My name is Kelsey and thank you for stopping by my channel. This is only my second video I've ever done, and the focus on today will be the Summerween vlog. Just gonna try my hand at vlogging as opposed to like a wrap-up type post. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like and subscribe so that I can grow my channel. I'm over at Essentially Booked on Instagram. That's also where I mostly spend a lot of my time, so feel free to connect with me there as well. I have 4 books that I would like to read next week. We'll see if I read them all. I also have one more book to pick up from the library. So the first book that I would like to read, and the prompt is a book that has haunt in the title, is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This is one that I've had on my TBR forever. I'm not super great at scary books. I'm getting better, but I also want to watch the Netflix series. And this is just 4 seekers have arrived at a rambling old pile known as the Hill House. One is a scholar looking for solid evidence of psychic phenomena, Theodora, his assistant, Luke, the adventurous inheritor of the estate, and Eleanor, a friendless, fragile young woman with a dark past. As they begin to cope with chilling, even horrifying occurrences beyond their control or understanding, they cannot possibly know what lies ahead. So I figure a classic is a good horror novel to start with. Another prompt is a slasher. I don't read a ton of slashers. I do like the final girl trope. I have a book on hold. I forget what it's called. I'll bring it up later. But I have not read a lot of Stephen King, which I know is like blasphemy. I've read The Stand, which was, it's its own book. I really want to read 11/22/63. I've started it, I got freaked out, and then I've also started The Shining and just put it down at the time. That's another one I'd like to read soon. But the book I picked up is Misery. And this one is about a novelist who, he kills off his like beloved character. The author gets into an automobile accident and one of his rabid readers takes him in and is maybe a little psychotic and scary, and it goes from there. So I'm really excited. I'm actually like really excited about this one. I think this will be really, really fun. One of the prompts is to read a book at night. I'll probably read on my Kindle. The book I'm going to read / finish is Gideon the Ninth, and it's about lesbian necromancers in space. I'm about 20% in. I'm starting to kind of figure out the world, and tomorrow night's book club I probably won't finish in time, but we'll see. One of the prompts is Halloween colors. I really want to finish Fevered Star, so that's one I'll prioritize next week, and I think it's due to the library like in a week, so I do need to prioritize that one. The final book I hope to read is a novella, and it's Amir Mended. I loved A Spindle Splintered. I love Alex E. Harrow, and this one is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. No, Snow White. Ooh, I don't know my fairy tales. So it's continuing on with the Fractured Fables. It follows Zinnia Gray. It's short, so I'll read it really fast. I loved A Spindle Splintered, and it was like a Sleeping Beauty retelling, so I'm very, very excited about that. Those are the 4 books I hope to get to next week. I am a mood reader, so things could change. We'll see. Good morning. So today is the first day of Summerween. I will be reading Misery by Stephen King. I think is the first one I want to start and read. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. So knowing me, that's what I will start before anything. Just left my book club. It's actually a big group of my friends now. There's 10 of us. We started as a book club. We're not best friends. We read Gideon the Ninth this month, and I'm still not done with it, which was the story of my life for book club this year. But I got a ton of books, so I will unhaul those later. Tonight I'm headed home, and I am going to go read something for This Is Summerween, and I am going to probably go to the library tomorrow and pick up the Riley Sager book. And I have another book that's on hold, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it's a slasher teen book, so very excited for that. I will vlog a little bit when I get home. So it is day 2 of Summerween, and I am almost done with The Haunting of Hill House. It's actually really short, so I started it really late last night and then was able to read a lot this morning as my son was playing. And it's not as scary as I thought it would be. Like, I've had that eerie feeling, but it hasn't scared me. And then I looked at the Netflix series because I am really a baby with horror TV shows and just horror movies. I don't really watch them, and the Netflix series looks terrifying. So I think they took a lot of liberties with that compared to this, but it reads really well for being written in, I think, 1959. It's really easy to follow. I'm really enjoying it. It'll probably be a 4-star read once I finish it. I did read that in the Goodreads reviews, you know, some people say that like it would be fun to study in college because there's a lot of like Gothic themes and a lot of symbolism, and I totally agree with that. This would be a really fun book to really dive into. Hi! Today is Sunday. It is day 2 of the This is Summerween readathon. I am on to book 2. I finished The Haunting of Hill House yesterday, and today I am reading Old Country. And this was sent to me by Grand Central Publishing. It came in the mail literally yesterday, and I was definitely craving a scary book, and this is that. So it's about a couple who moves to the middle of nowhere in Idaho, and it's this idyllic, like off-the-grid life, but then their neighbors come and warn them about a spirit that haunts the valley, and that sounds really not usually my cup of tea, but I cannot put this down. I'm almost halfway, started it last night, read for a couple hours. The ghost comes seasonally, or the spirit, it's not a ghost, comes seasonally, and it's just really interesting to see the couple interact and fight off the spirit. I'm really excited. I'll probably finish it tonight. It's really, surprisingly, it's really good. It's not something I usually read, so I am just loving it, and that's my little blurb for the day. Hi, so today is the last day of Summerween. I keep wanting to call it Halloween. And so I know I will not finish The House Across the Lake today, but I will make a nice big dent on it, and I'll probably do some editing of my videos so that it can go up on Sunday. This has been fun. I read 2 books that I probably wouldn't have picked up but for the prompt. I got The Haunting of Hill House out of my TBR, and I read an arc that arrived this week, which never happens. So that's a really good Summerween for me. I have 3 other library books that I'll probably read. It's gonna be the Modern Mrs. Darcy reading weekend this weekend, so I'll read more. But I'm really happy with how Summerween turned out, and I'm really excited to dig back into this tonight. I'm about a quarter of the way in, and so far we just know who the main characters are. Kind of got a flashback at the very beginning, and now it's just watching it all unravel. Is anyone else just so happy that it is Friday? What a week. So Summerween is over, and I read 2 books and made a dent in The House Across the Lake. And you know, that's a pretty good week for me, 3 to 4 books. I did listen to an audiobook, but that was a romance novel, so it wasn't Summerween. But I read Old Country. Sorry, you can probably hear my toddler in the back. My husband's getting him up from a nap. I read Old Country. I read The Haunting of Hill House, and then I, again, like I said, made a good dent in The House Across the Lake. And I like challenges and readathons like this because usually I'm very motivated by like joining in community to read. And it's really fun to watch other people's Summerween videos, but it also makes me read outside of my comfort zone, which is like horror novels, scary novels. And so Summerween was really good for me. I have 3 other books I want to read that I didn't get to. So, you know, one of them is a Stephen King book. I would like to read more of Stephen King's backlist because it's just not something that I've read a lot of, and he's pretty prolific and a lot of people love him. I just feel like I need to give him a chance. That's my last Summerween video. There's probably gonna be a little bit more vlogging in here, maybe a blooper or 2, but thank you so much for joining along with me on this wild ride of a week. If you've made it to the end of this video, please leave a heart emoji. And I also want to know what you've been reading for this Summerween readathon. Bye guys.